this is not a normal podcast. This is not a normal Such Bullshit podcast. In fact, this isn't even one. I was going to try to make this one, but every single day that has passed over the last week, after Charlie Kirk's death, not even a few days, the bullshit meter, it just keeps fucking rising. In day one, maybe 2 or 3 things. Day 2, okay, now there's 8 more things of bullshit. Day 3, now there's 20 more. By day 69, there's going to be 1,000 more bullshit things going on that I can't even remotely keep up with how fucked everything is. I really fucking can't. I can't. Every single day I look on here, on Twitter, on YouTube, it's another fucking person, another whiny fuck complaining about some other irrelevant whiny fuck. And, you know, it's bad. Let me, real quick, I didn't tweet this to anyone or even do an ad everyone for this, so my apologies. I'm gonna fucking do that real quick. I'm just gonna put these up. There, I don't give a shit. I'm putting it in general. So I'm too fucking lazy, man. I'm annoyed. I'm genuinely fucking annoyed. So, I'm gonna fling some shit at some people first. It's gonna be a long-winded shit flinging. This is gonna be the first stream besides a birthday stream, or any time that I've had BDX or Hunter on stream, that I've actually ever cranked open a fucking beer. Just one. You know, I'm drinking a Blue Moon. I don't give a fuck. It's not even gonna be good anyway. It's gonna be fucking flat as shit, I bet, but... Look. Let me get to my point. This is not a drunk rambling. One beer does not make me drunk. It's fucking stupid to even think that. I can drink way more than that, but that's not the point. I'm gonna get to my fucking point right now. Okay? First, I want to go out and call out every YouTuber that I individually hate and my reasons for them, and why they're the biggest piece of shit in the world, and I don't care if I get fucking canceled by them, and let them cry on their YouTube platform and try to justify why they're a great person. You can basically suck my dick. Now, mind you, when I speak on this stream, I don't care if I say even the fucking hard R. I will go all the way. I am not holding anything off the table tonight. My bullshit meter broke. You know how you usually see a thermometer? Well, the top of it's cracked. And this is what happens when that cracks. I stopped tolerating people altogether. And this is going to be me calling out every single person who's ever made me feel fucking miserably annoyed. I'm not saying, oh, you trolled me, you won. You're just fucking stupidly annoying. You know? Okay. First one on my shit list this year. Oh my god, these fucking things, man. I gotta say, fucking Carl Jobs lying to all of Apollo Legends' friends, his supporters, myself, his whole fucking support, every one of his supporters, and getting duped by the dumbest toothy fucking moron on the planet, Ursak Cats, who fucking lied to me and Apollo. And fucked us both over during our investigation. That even Apollo's friends didn't like. Apollo Legend was a great fucking dude. And guess what you did, Carl? You fucking stopped. You stepped on everything that the dude worked on and everything that me and him looked into. You're a fucking piece of shit and a scumbag. I hope Billy resues you again. You fucking Australian fucking piece of shit, ball-sucking faggot. That's my first one. You're really low on the bar. Really low on the bar. And then you ran from the police and then closed the door on them. And then gave all your money to your fucking wife. Who cares? I don't give a shit. Move on. Next one. I got a whole list of fucking idiots. When Dark Viper originally shot on Apollo Legend and said that every one of his videos and everything he ever did was for ad revenue, when he made that video, I went to Dark Viper for the first time. Never communicated with him before. He just acted like a pompous piece of shit. He just said, just cuz. Just cuz. What do you mean, just cuz? You need to have a reason to call someone a fucking fraud, dude. So that's another moron. Another fucking irrelevant idiot who, somehow got a deal with a fucking Rockstar to be in the next Grand Theft Auto as a voice actor, which is almost fucking pricelessly hilarious considering his involvement with a lot of other bullshit that I'm not going to get into that I don't care. So Dark Viper AU can have his own fucking thing. I don't give a shit. They're two idiots that are somewhere on someone's fucking list of not wanting to put up with them either. Two fucking idiots. I don't care. Let them have their bullshit. Let them have their bullshit. Let them cry. I don't give a shit. They can cry on Discord. They can cry to their echo chamber. It's not going to mean anything to me at the end of the day. What really matters to them is changing my opinion of them, and it'll never fucking happen in a million years. What's the stream about right now? Warfare, it is a combination of multiple fucking reasons as to why I am so fucking annoyed with the general consensus of every single goddamn bullshit thing that I've been hearing every single day, and I'm just tired of keeping my mouth fucking shut. Someone needs to tell everyone that's full of shit. Eventually, when you see so much bullshit, you cap out, and that's the point of what I'm trying to get to right now. I'm genuinely tired. These big fucking YouTubers like Mr. Beast that are getting exposed repeatedly, and I almost just want to say, finally, the sheeple are fucking waking up. I can't make that up any more than I possibly could. The amount of fucking stupid bullshit that's out here today from all these fucking fake-ass YouTubers, fake content, they're paying actors to do their fucking thing. Even the YouTube shorts are just as fucking fake. Everything is fake. It is beyond balls fake. The fakest fucking shit in the world. When someone like... I'm not gonna... This whole thing is related to the whole Charlie Kirk assassination, but that's like half of it. What really gets me in a bind is this AI shit. Thank you. That too. That's another one. I just read on the news, Warfare. I don't know if you saw it. It was just on news, not even a few hours ago. Somebody won lottery tickets. $2 million by using AI to guess the fucking lottery number. Hey, AI, what's the best winning lottery ticket? And they won 2 tickets. What the fuck? Like, okay. So, I guess the bot is entitled? Or AI is entitled to that money now? Maybe the AI company that used it? So, I don't know. This world is fucked. The people in it are just as fucking evil. When Keemstar fucking went after Tony Winchester, and I played with the guy, when I heard about that during the Skype days, I wanted to personally beat the shit out of Keemstar for being a fucking pussy. How are you gonna fucking go to some random guy online, accuse them of XYZ, and he's the wrong guy? And you're not even 100% confident that it is him. That's bad. You never even contact the guy before accusing him of it. Hello. Another fucking idiot who, honestly, Keemstar's a cybercriminal. He should be in fucking federal prison right now. Keemstar should be in fucking federal prison getting ass raped every day, and his kids should be ashamed of him. Asmongold lives in a fucking dumpster. I'm not even gonna go over that guy. That guy, one day on stream, decided, hey, you know what? I'm gonna dress up like a girl. For no reason, just because it's funny. Just for views. And half of his viewership left. Thinking that he was going trans. And nobody knew why. You know. Also, did you get those background curtains from Temu Lamau? No, I actually didn't. I don't know where I got these, but I've had these every single podcast just about. Last 20 of them. And I just like them. The little cityscape background, it's kind of relaxing. Sometimes my cat sneaks behind the curtain and, you know, the bullshit gets revealed. The background gets revealed, but that's not the point. I'm gonna tell everyone why I'm such a fucking asshole. That's the best way I could put it. So, It's more along the lines of how I was raised. My mother was from basically the mafia, and my father was just a regular guy, a regular working class guy. So it's kind of weird when my mother is a Democrat fucking gangster at this point from the mafia. I'm not going to say my mother's last name or what mafia that she's in. But when Trump was first elected, she never had a problem. She actually liked Trump. But then the second election came around, and she was extremely anti. She had TDS, Trump derangement syndrome, and I don't think she'll ever believe me when I say this though. But I've told her multiple times, you know, I'm a socialist authoritarian, and I don't side with the left, even though that is extreme left. And the only reason I don't is every Democrat fucking goddamn runner, they have no economic plan. Let me tell you something. Every law, every legislator, every single worker, every single thing, every single fucking policy that we have in place is run on money. Oh, you want to give out healthcare? We need money. Oh, you want to fucking make laws? We need money. Oh, you need to put people in prison? Oh, we need money. We got to fund the cops too. It runs on money. The world is already fucked, correct? So, what happens if you can't get money? Well, you have a national debt. When I was in high school, back in 2010, the people running at the time, if anyone remembers, it was John McCain, which a lot of people wanted to vote for him, and Obama. Now, as I said on the title, the hard R will be dropped. I don't give a shit. I'm saying this as friendly, as polite, as, not in a hateful way when I say that word. If I do say it in a hateful way, I will say it in ahead of time. So just prepare your little virgin ears. In my history class, in 2010, so 15 years ago, maybe a little bit more than 15 years, probably 16, but let's just say 15 years anyway for simplification here. They gave us a paper, and they said, all right, figure out what both candidates want, what they're pro for, what they're not, and then you're to write out about them, of which one you're picking, and why. And why did you side with them? And I looked over both of them at the time. I was for John McCain's stance on abortion. I was also for him for his economic plan and his healthcare plan. Because Obama's plan for healthcare was fucking awful. Economically awful. Sure, it's good in the long term of things, but the amount of money it would cost to do it for years to come would greatly fuck over the economy. And look how bad it is right now. Look at the price of a fucking case of soda. A case of soda, like back in 2010, used to be like $3, $4. Now it's $8. $10 at ShopRite sometimes. Like, what the fuck? How is a case of, let's say, for example, Dr. Pepper Blackberry at ShopRite, $10.32? How? How is it I go into my local mall and a bottle, a small little bottle, plastic bottle, a fucking soda is $2.75? That one blew my fucking mind. I remember it was like $1.50 out of a vending machine at a convenience. Why is it $2.75? Like, holy fuck. Like, the price of everything. I know it's inflation, obviously, though, but when we pass stupid bills, we get inflation. And that's why I didn't like what fucking Obama had planned. So I voted McCain that year. Even though I was still a student and technically a minor at that point when that whole paper was a thing, they took what we selected as a vote and they put it in from the school. I'm not sure how the fuck that worked, but they took my vote. And that was the only time I've ever voted. Because after that, literally, I felt like every election in the United States was always going to be fucking rigged no matter what. I almost said there was no point. And when I was in the cafeteria, when Obama had his inauguration speech, I'm not going to shit you on this, and half of my school was black. Every single person in that cafeteria that day, and I was just sitting there minding my business eating. There's no cell phones at the time. You weren't allowed to have one. This is a different time period. We were just sitting there. I was sitting there drawing, just chilling out. They turned the TVs on in the cafeteria to watch his speech. Kill that nigger! Everyone in the fucking auditorium was saying that. They were chanting it. Even the black people. I'm not fucking kidding. They're like, when's he getting shot? Where's the bulletproof glass? Literally everything. The kids in my school that I was with were more hateful than the adults are now. I'm not fucking kidding. You think I'm bullshitting? Look me in the fucking eyes. I'm not fucking kidding. These motherfuckers, as minors, were shouting, kill the nigger. And laughing about it. And they were all kids. I was just sitting there eating a fucking taco. It was Taco Tuesday, for fuck's sakes. You sure couldn't censor that. No. No, I couldn't. I was literally sitting there eating a taco, and that's all I'm hearing. I don't want to hear that shit. My biggest fear, though, too, was that he would be voted in just because he's the first black president. Not that I have anything wrong with it, but I didn't want sheep to not look at his policies and vote him in just because, oh, he's the first black president. The same thing applied for Hillary Clinton. We didn't want Hillary Clinton in because she'd be the first female president. Or here's another nice example. Remember Sarah Palin? Almost nobody fucking remembers her. I hardly remember Sarah Palin. She was trying to run for president. Nobody wanted her because you know what she was doing her entire campaign? She was trying to sell her fucking designer glasses. And she had a deal with the company she had for her glasses. And she was trying to advertise them on her whole campaign trail. Hey, buy these glasses. She had a sponsorship with the fucking company that she got the glasses from for free. Crookedness. Like, after I heard that, I'm like, well, so what's the next thing? You're gonna, as soon as you're in office, your plan is to drop the price of makeup in Victoria's Secrets? Like, what are you actually gonna do in office? What is your plans for war against Afghanistan? What is your plans for jack shit? What is your plans for bolstering the defense and, covering the borders? What is your border policy? What is your healthcare policy? What are you going to do to protect Americans? How are you going to change the healthcare system? What are you going to do to help us all find jobs? How are you going to create a job economy? I don't know. Well, that's what we're looking for, not just a woman. That's great that you're a woman. I don't care. I care about what policies you have. I don't care what's in your crotch. I don't care about the color of your skin. I care about what you bring to the country. If you don't bring anything, I don't want you. It's not difficult. Most of the left think this way and think, oh, well, you're all racist because you don't let a black person. Oh, you're all racist because you don't let a woman in. Or you're sexist because of that. It's fucking stupid. The next thing you're going to know, what happens when we have the first openly gay president? What if the next president, right now, after he was elected, had a gay marriage in the White House? He or she. What the fuck is the world going to do then? Is the world just going to, fucking freak out and charge the White House again? Are we going to have another January 6th? Can you imagine how fucked that would be? That'd be fucked. No. This podcast mostly comes at the favor of my liberal mother. Yeah. I'm a very, very respectable person. I can tolerate a lot of bullshit. I can tolerate a lot of racism, especially over the years. A lot of hatred. I've seen my friends get murdered. I was on the phone with a friend of mine as she was getting raped once. Before she was stabbed to death. I've heard a lot. Yeah. And for what my mother had to say to me, and you know, treat me over the years like crap, I never understood why. And I'm gonna play out my last couple days. I don't know if you can see my nose. I don't know if you can see it that well. But there's a little cut right here, straight down. It's pretty deep. My cat freaked the fuck out, scratched my face and my left eye. I'm partially blind in my left eye right now. I haven't told anybody. I just haven't gotten around to getting taken care of yet. And then I wasn't feeling well. I'm not gonna get into that either. But prior to all this, my mother started freaking out because, again, she's a liberal, and she started mocking Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk. She's mocking Kirk's wife, saying, "Oh, she's a millionaire. She's Miss Pageant. You know, she doesn't need any more GoFundMe money or Patreon money from all the supporters of Charlie Kirk. Fuck her." And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, it's not about what he was or what he was siding with. It's the fact that he was killed under freedom of speech. How would you like it if you got shot just for talking? It's not the same. It's not left or right. You're getting shot to be shot. That's why we have Martin Luther King Day, and that guy was leftist. Like, I can't make it up anymore. Like, I don't know what to do. So on my birthday, throughout the whole fucking election process for, you know, Trump winning, even before then, she was always watching TikTok, the echo chamber, my biggest fear, because all she's ever done in the last 28 years that I've known, she just sat on a couch watching soap operas and doing nothing but complaining and making her health worse. So, I mean, I don't tell my mother what to do, you know. I'm very respectful. I'll let them do what they want. But, on my birthday, what I did was I approached both my parents. I said, you know what? I want to take you both out to dinner. The only thing I want for my birthday is to spend time with both of you. That's it. I even told my dad. My dad was alright with it. My dad was cool with it. My dad don't care about politics. My dad, you know how my old man raised me? He said, "Go, son, if you annoy me, the best advice I'm ever going to give you, go out in the street and play with razor blades. Or get a job." Best advice from a father I've ever gotten. I shit you not. The man said to me, if you're bored, go out in the street and play with razor blades. And by golly, did I start working like a motherfucker, because I got bored and cut up my hands many a times and started fucking around with computers. I've electrocuted myself enough. I've gotten to many job hobbies, you know, many a times. But you know what my mother did on my birthday? I got called a fucking Nazi and got told to fuck off, and I didn't say anything mean to her. I was talking in this very calm tone. Hey, Mom. Hey, where would you like to eat? It's my birthday. I'm paying. Where would you like to go? Anywhere. It doesn't matter. I just want to, the only thing I want for my birthday is to spend time with both of you. That's it. You don't have to pay. I'm paying. I'm driving. Don't worry. We'll go. Come on. Wherever you want to eat. I got told to fuck off, and then I got told, you're a fucking Nazi, blah, 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 and then she stormed upstairs. Yep. And then I left that house, and then I just fucked off back to my apartment. So, the reason I bring this up is very recently, again, she's lost the plot since the Charlie Kirk assassination, basically. And won't even communicate with me at all. And you know what? She was crying her eyes out because I didn't vote for Kamala Harris. That was her reason. And that is the reason I'm doing this podcast. Because I didn't vote for what my mother crafted me out to be. Which I didn't give a shit to, because every fucking Democrat has no economic sense. Look at what Kamala Harris did, for a nice example. Okay? She wanted me to vote for fucking Kamala Harris. Let me tell you what she did. Raised multi-million-dollar, most money ever in a presidential campaign. Ever. You know what she does with it? Hires a bunch of celebrities. hires a bunch of fucking nobody yuppies from Disney and big corporations that nobody is connected or has a grasp to besides the music. Taylor Swift being most lesbians listen to anyway, which most of the people that listen to Taylor Swift are fucking morons anyway. Any Swiftie fan out there that listens to me, I want you to take the closest stab at yourself, and what I mean by that is just punch yourself in the face right now. Go get a better sense of music. There's plenty of genres out there, chiptune, fucking, there's jazz to relax. There's literally fucking so many different genres instead of listening to the most boring ass fucking thought waffle on the planet. I'd say kill yourself, but that's just mean. That's hate speech. Okay? I don't want to be reduced to the opposite of these leftists. I don't want to be compared for saying hate speech. You know? Oh, my cat is here. No, he's knocking stuff over. Never mind. You gonna come over here, buddy? You scratched the shit out of me. Are you gonna come over now? My cat's gonna come over. Look at this shit. This fucker scratched me. Come here. Oh. Hey, buddy. Ow! Okay. Yeah? You wanna come up? You gonna rip the curtain now? How many things are you gonna break of mine? You already scratched me up. You little prick. Yeah, you're a prick. You get my fucking point. Look. The point is, I just try to get along with my family. My dad tries to do the same. You know, he tries to keep the peace. But you need to stop it, buddy. Temu ass curtains. Oh, I don't know, man. Moon is beautiful. Moon is great. Yeah, thank you, Kim. Thank you, Rose. But, you know, after hospitalization and losing sight of my one eye, and then now I'm hearing Jimmy Kimmel got fucking canceled, too. It's like, goddamn. Maybe y'all should learn to shut your fucking mouths. Does anyone just want to shut the fuck up? Is anyone, even the comedians can't shut the fuck up. Why does a comedian think it should be funny right now to joke about someone dying? Political or otherwise. I'm glad ABC yanked fucking Kimmel. It wasn't a matter of free speech. It was a matter of hate speech. You're justifying a murder and trying to turn it into a comedy. Jimmy Kimmel, you have the smallest fucking penis on the planet, dude. That's why you're not with any woman. What about Billy Mitchell and Carl Jobs? Billy Mitchell's got a fucking, just as small as a fucking dick as fucking Jimmy Kimmel. I'll be honest with you here. Okay? Carl Jobs, I couldn't give a fuck about. That guy fucking hired on actors. Like chicks, I bet you. I fucking bet you. Okay? He probably hired on those girls that he shows in those little dating videos in the background. Hey, this is how you pick up chicks. And in like an all-black outfit. Trying to look like, you know, he's Slim Shade over there. And he walks up to people awkwardly. Dude, if somebody like him awkwardly approached me, unrealistic, I would just like... I couldn't even imagine what I would do, okay? I would just probably... Even as a paid actor, if it was just paid in cash and like I didn't know them, you know, I would have just took his money, had him walk up to me and be like, yeah, you're disgusting, bye. Like, this is disgusting and fake content, goodbye. Especially if it was live. That would have been even funnier. But you know what? It wasn't live, so I don't believe that was real. That's why. That's the primary reason why. I feel like a lot of content creators are smoke and mirrors. I don't like Billy Mitchell. I still feel like he's a cheating piece of shit. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how much new information comes out. It doesn't matter the information I have that I haven't released. He's still a cheating piece of shit at the end of the day. That's my gripe with that. I don't want to even after this whole thing's been over now for a while, I don't even want to give that a second thought. It's not even on my border or even on my list of things. It's like, here's my priorities up here, you know, taking care of family, trying to keep order, political bullshit, work, and then it's just like, all the way down here, here's... I wouldn't even put him on the list. He's kind of like, I ripped the bottom of the list off and like they're floating away. like a pile of trash down the street, you know, like, I guess, unfortunate litter. And I just don't consider Billy Mitchell relevant enough to give him attention. I don't consider Carl Jobs relevant enough. I don't think Carl Jobs is relevant enough on his own. There are people that are relevant enough on their own where they get on camera and they're interpersonal and they get to know people. Those people are relevant. So people like me, people like Sam Hyde. When somebody like Sam Hyde, a cringe comedian, a guy that was joked as a shooter on 4chan, a guy that went to a TED Talks in a fucking Spartan outfit, a guy that went to SakuraCon or whatever, the Japanese convention, and made a 2-hour fucking slideshow making fun of Japanese people and putting the Nagasaki fucking bombing and, the end of the fucking times and the most racist, cringe, emo goth girl shit on a fucking slideshow. And then hand out a greasy box and say, hey guys, I want all your yen. It'll help us on the road. You know, when a comedian comes out, and even a comedian doesn't know what to say, and he's not making jokes about it. He knows the difference between a good joke and when to shut the fuck up and it's real. I listened to what Sam Hyde had to say. I watched his reaction to finding out Charlie died and got shot. It was the same reaction as everybody else's. That wasn't an insane leftist, but I'm talking about everyone else. Not fucking Steve Harvey with all of TMZ cheering in the background. That was going to be another such bullshit podcast where I denounced Steve Harvey for basically being a pussy. Steve Harvey is just a gigantic faggot pussy at this point. Steve Harvey, come sue me. Come sue me. That's free speech. You're a faggot pussy. Eat shit. You're another one. I always hated fucking TMZ. It's so fucking boring. Like, how can anyone sit there and stalk celebrities 24/7? Like today's celebrities. They're not interesting. They're remote NPCs controlled by fucking media. Oh, hey guys, we followed Justin Bieber today. Guess what? How many drugs he did and how many fucking car accidents he drove into with his sports card that he got from ripping people off with shitty fucking DVDs and little kids. Oh, yeah, he totaled another car and got almost deported to fucking Canada. Yeah. What a great guy. Sponsored by Disney. Raped by P. Diddy. You know what I really want to know? And what we all really need to see, besides the Epstein list, we all need to see the fucking P. Diddy list. Where's the Diddy list? The full one. Why hasn't that been put out? How many fucking crappy leftist actors that are now super popular now, how many leftists are on the fucking Diddy list? Compared to how many on the right are on the Epstein list? Consider that one real fucking hard. And would it really make a fucking difference? Here's the difference, right? Here's the real fucking difference. Diddy just raped them all and did drugs. Epstein just trafficked them. Which one seems worse? Doing the drugs on site versus just moving people for the purpose. I think both are pretty bad, but I don't think I definitely don't fucking think that Epstein was as bad as Diddy. Okay? With the amount of baby lotion and shit that they found on site and sex toys, like $2 million worth. Like, what the fuck? How many of his clients were there? How many of them were trafficked? Compared to, Epstein? Epstein had an island. Technically, he could legally do whatever the fuck he wanted. It's his own island. He's technically his own country at that point. He's not part of the U.S. Was Epstein Island part of the U.S.? I don't know. Has the U.S. government ever told anyone? Is it ever talked about on news anymore? Who owned the island? Where's the list? Why is Kash Patel hiding that list? He's with Trump. Or with Elon too. Like, I don't understand it. He's the head director of FBI right now. So why is it they said they're going to release the list and then they don't? Same thing with the Diddy list. Are both lists that bad that the left and right can't show it because both parties are fucking stupid? Probably. I've always tried to vote the third party in the U.S. Or at least, be for them. But half the time, every candidate that I feel like is redeemable for America is just shitty two candidates that are just as autistic as two fucking idiots in a goddamn bar screaming at one another about who's right and who's wrong. I think the greater concern with Epstein was that he was in a league of all sorts of elites and the oligarchy of wealth chaos. You know what? Yeah, but so did P. Diddy. All celebrities and whatnot. I feel like the big difference. The left does celebrities, like Kamala Harris supported. The right does all these fucking goddamn companies, these CEO heads. Like Harrison Ford and shit like that. Maybe not Harrison Ford, but like, okay, but P. Diddy didn't have Trump at his parties. Yeah, but would you really consider Donald Trump a celebrity besides South Park? And maybe being on WWE once? Or Bill Clinton? Bill Clinton? I mean, he was popular, but I don't see Bill Clinton. Did Bill Clinton actually do... Like, was he a celebrity before then? I don't... Donald Trump was on Apprentice, huge TV show. Okay, yeah, I remember that. That was a while ago. That was a long fucking time ago. But I don't know. I don't know, man. Like, look. Most of the Epstein list is not, like, celebrities, is what I'm saying. Compared to the Diddy's list, which was all celebrities just about. You should take a break. I'm good. Even fucking Stephen Hawking was on that island. Wait, actually? Stephen Hawking was on Epstein Island. I need to see this later. When I came to past presidents, they took things in stride and did their thing without making a fuss. Ever since Trump got in, all he ever did was complain about any criticism. He's no man. I mean, the only thing I care about is, can we get a president that will fix the economy? In the long term of things, tariff sucks in the short term, but in the long term, it helps. More than a lot of people would understand. But it does suck while under them. Things will get better under them, though. It just takes a while, and the only way tariffs work is if every working class is working their hardest. And we already are. So we're getting out of debt slowly. Unfortunately, some folks that we are putting in as governors are unfortunately not the best picks either. Here's a nice example, and you can all look this up. Donald Trump backed Jack Cottarelli for New Jersey governor over Phil Murphy, which Phil Murphy's the current one for the state. And Phil Murphy is a fucking whole other scumbag that I've said time and time again, I wish I could beat the fuck out of, because he basically stole COVID fund money for himself. He went out and bought a brand new fucking Lambo. There's no info. You're not gonna find an article about this, because he literally had all of his legislator buddies scrub every article bad about him. Okay. Basically, to sum up, people found out where he was at. He was up in North Jersey, and they stomped his fucking windshield in and pissed in his car, his brand new one, because it was bought with COVID money that was government granted. And most of New Jersey, they weren't getting COVID relief. You had to get it through unemployment. So it wasn't like some fucking surplus or anything you were getting every few months that would help, hold you out. No, you had to get it through unemployment, And it wasn't all of what you were supposed to get. He took a little off the top for himself. Very obvious. And that's what he did with it. So, that's pretty much what happened. And I've never liked him since. And his apology was for that? Well, we're going to start doing a thing called anchor relief. Anchor relief. Which no one ever fucking heard of. It was never a thing with Chris Christie. Anyone who knows any of the past government in New Jersey. But we never had anchor relief. And basically it was a surplus check, a stimulus check, limited to only New Jersey for renters and homeowners. So if you owned a home, you got this. This was to make up for having COVID. Or not getting the COVID relief that we were supposed to get, which is a bunch of bullshit. Because if he didn't do that, the government would have kicked his ass. Now, the current candidate for the Republican side, Jack, wants to raise sales tax from 6% to 10%, which is almost double. And that's fucking insanity. I do not want 10% sales tax. That'd be the worst thing for New Jersey right now. To up everything. Every single fucking sale in New Jersey would cost you 4% more. That's too much. That's already too much. $100 would cost you $4 more. Why? You want to buy a $100 item? All right, you're going to be paying $4 more now because we sent this asshole in the office compared to, unfortunately, a Democrat who doesn't want to do that. Cheryl or whatever. But the one person I wanted in was Bill Spadia. And, he's a radio show host and nobody wants him. I don't know why. He's not spouting the nonsense to want to fucking put 10% sales tax. He actually wants to try to lower everything and make everything affordable. But now, because he's using his radio show host to help Cheryl win, everyone thinks he's a traitor and they're not supporting him anymore. Because they won't vote for him. Because he doesn't have the Trump endorsement, which is a bunch of bullshit anyway. I never fully agree with one side, but nobody will fucking believe me. My mother will never believe me. My mother would never believe me. My mother calls me a fucking Nazi. You know how horrible that is? If she ever calls me a Nazi again, I'm going to say, you know what? Fuck you, you're a Marxist. And just walk away. I think that'd be the ultimate insult. And I just say, you know what? I don't need you anymore. I've pretty much, and no one's knowledge here, I've already disowned my mother this year after that comment about the fucking, calling me a fucking Nazi. That was just unwarranted. Like, I never did anything. I didn't vote for Trump this year. I didn't vote for anybody this year. But she cried her eyes out because I didn't vote for Kamala Harris. Look, you can't make a person do something, but you can change the person to do something. I can be changed or swayed if I'm shown facts that convince me otherwise to do X, Y, Z. I'm not just going to go out and do what a puppet says. I'm not a fucking idiot. Politics are such a bullshit reason to disown your mother. If it was only that, and the amount of hate she puts all throughout the whole family, and years of trying, and her going full dementia mode, and literally getting physical with family and my wife. Yeah, it's a little deeper than that, unfortunately. She's gone full left extremist. Like, we're talking real bad left extremist. And I'm not even talking about, like, her just celebrating Charlie's death. That's like, she does that on the daily right now. She's got a coffee mug now that she markered. I'm glad Charlie's dead is markered on her cup. I can't own that. That's just a moral reason at that point. I can't fucking own that. If I came from her or not, I didn't come from that. I wasn't raised by that. I wasn't raised by my family at any point in my whole fucking life to cherish someone dying. I just wasn't. Nobody is. That's just something inhumane that nobody can do, nobody should do, and it shouldn't happen. That's just fucking evil. And I've already said, there's a lot of shitty fucking YouTubers on here. A lot of shitty fucking people on Twitter. And Twitch too. Even on Reddit. We got scammers on Reddit. Fraudsters on Facebook Marketplace. We got Facebook doing virtual AI video checking to where I can't even make a new Facebook account. Because I have to wait 30 days to delete my previous one. Because my previous one is having a bunch of error locks. And I can't message anybody for shit. Because the whole platform fucking sucks now. Because blame Roblox. Because Roblox's fucking CEO is on the Epstein list. And also, you know, what the fuck is his full name? I can't remember. I can't remember what the fucking CEO of Roblox is, but that guy's a fucking faggot pedophile that should be shot. He's one that I think should be shot. Not Charlie Kirk. That guy is just an evil, greedy piece of shit just by looking at him. He looks done and cooked. He looks like everything in his whole career is AI generated. What you see in that CEO on Roblox is basically how I see Carl Jobs right now. For anyone wondering. You know? You need to take a break from the news. It's not that I need to take a break from the news. I'm not even watching it. I'm going to work. I'm coming home. And then I go to see my family. And you know how liberals are. They don't shut the fuck up about their echo chamber. You know, they just... all politics as soon as I get in. I'm like, how about, like, how was your day? You know, what, did you see anything new? Oh, did you get your hair done? Did you go to the dentist? What do you want to eat later? Do you want to go take our cat out somewhere? You want to go hang out? You know? No. It's literally politics right through the door and being called a fucking Nazi. Whether I stop over at my family's or not at this point, it's constantly a fucking argument. It just always is. You know? I don't think it's a matter of the news. It's more that the news comes to me. And the bullshit is from literally every fucking human being on this disgraced fucking earth. You know? And this is a private thought that I've always had in the back of my head. And I never say it out loud. This will be the first time ever am I gonna fucking say this comment. And y'all can judge me for the rest of my fucking life. I don't care if I get canceled for this. I don't care if I lose my job. I don't care if I lose my wife over this. I'll lose everything. I will even offer to end myself here for this comment. Okay? That's how serious I am about making the comment I am about to make, and I'm going to stand by this comment to the end of fucking time. Okay? I'm not logging off. This is a comment I'm going to make, and I will stand by it. I feel like if we go back to Columbine High School, if you go back to the circumstances of what led up to that, I'm not saying it's okay to kill children or teachers or anybody. It's fucked up regardless to commit murder. But when you have a bunch of... I know, it's the worst way to start a sentence, I know. This has always been a private thought, and now it's going to be my public one. When you have a school that bullies the shit out of the quiet kids, you always hear this as a meme, it's always a chuckle. Oh, don't mock the quiet kids, they'll come in and fuck you up or something, you know? Or they'll end you. You don't fuck with the quiet kid. The quiet kid usually doesn't express their political beliefs. They don't make it political because they don't want to anymore because they feel secluded. They feel distanced. There's no amount of social structure in place. And the people that bully them are usually angry people, yeah? People that are angry looking for something to hate. What do you think most of the left is right now? It's nothing but angry people justifying hatred. They're looking for something to hate. There are some people on the right that also go looking for stuff to hate. I'm not going to look for anything to hate. I'm annoyed, sure. Do I hate any of this? A little bit. But not enough to go chasing it. Not enough to go making a video where I'm fucking screaming about the deaths of somebody. And like Ryan laughing like a cackling fucking idiot. But I will say, and this is a hot take, I feel like most of that school, regardless of the children, I feel like most of their families were leftists, extremists. That I want to say their idea, even though they were bullied and they are fucked up for doing what they did, because it was pretty evil what they did, is natural selection really a fucking bad thing if it weeds out evil in the end? It's kind of like the saying, you know, how the whole fucking TV show of Death Note plays out. You know, in a sense. Not indirectly, when you think about it. But you got the quiet kid in school, you got Light Yagami. He somehow gets a weapon that nobody can figure out how he's killing people with, but it's the opposite in Columbine. They know how they're doing it. It's right in front of the teachers, but they're not doing anything about it. Because they don't want to. You know what I mean? I mean, that's what they were doing it for. I don't know if you knew that, Warfare. They were wearing natural selection t-shirts. I'm not justifying their mass murder, but I get where they were coming from, though. They were annoyed with being shut out. They went about it the real wrong way. I will say that. What they should have done was had some kind of PSA or, you know, made a social group or something and start speaking up about their problems rather than go and pull a radical move like that and just try to change the political belief of everyone in that school rather than doing what they did. But unfortunately, as I said, they went about it the wrong way. But if it's so bad, and this is the comparison I'm trying to make right now, and this is why I'm saying it, if it's so bad that the left or even some triggered fucking fruitcake that's banging a trans person, which I don't care if you want to bang a trans person. If you're gay or trans, I'm happy for you. You want to change your genitals downstairs, go ahead. I don't hate you. I don't think of you differently. You want to be a man and get a fucking boob job? Go ahead. Fun fact, look up the drug Risperdal. Look up Risperdal in the United States and what it did. It was used for ADHD. Hello? That was weird. I heard my cat just now. I thought it was somebody talking. Risperdal was originally used and given to people with ADHD. It just was. Turns out it helps men develop breasts. And that's why they don't issue it anymore. There's another drug that is only usable and experimented with in the UK right now, called dopamine. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Domerdomol? I can't remember the pronunciation because all the drugs have fucking wacky ass names that are unpronounceable. But anyway, my point is that drug was used to make men fucking lactate. Yeah, and it was also supposed to be used to help women lactate for breastfeeding. There are a lot of drugs, and even, let's say, for example, there's another one. I think he was Russian or French, I can't remember. There's a surgeon trying to learn how to do brain transplants on humans. What if he succeeds, you know? Can't you just, like, put a man's brain into a woman's body, and then there you go? And at that point, how many laws are going to be created as a result of that if it's successful? You know? There's a lot of what-ifs and science that the U.S. government has never really bothered to try to experiment with because it would be too heinous to do so. Especially brain transplants. Those would be... I mean, do you see how fast the CDC and the amount of WHO warnings would be sent off and possible diseases, new structure, new fucking DNA degradation as a result of something like that, or taking all these new drugs that they don't want to bother with because they'll be condemned for it? I mean, the same could be said for the vaccine information where when people were injecting, they were looking at where the injection site is. It's just turning their blood cells white, and it's not doing anything but adding protein and reducing the infection by 20% and not really doing much more. There's a whole lot of COVID information and disinformation and If I'm not mistaken, on Joe Rogan's show, creator of Facebook went on to Joe Rogan's show and basically said he was approached by the U.S. government and cursed out, screaming to his employees that you need to remove all the information you have with COVID. You can't put out the truth about COVID. And he said that on Joe Rogan's show. And I was fucking surprised by that. Because why would the U.S. government give out warnings, tell you to go get shots, and they don't actually do what they're supposed to, and they're not fully tested? It's kind of weird. You know? But to go back to my thing earlier with the fucking school shooter comparison, I guess. I just, find me the quote. What quote? The Joe Rogan one? All I remember, the creator of Facebook was there. He had like curly hair at the time, you know. I can't remember what the fuck his name is now, but he basically was talking to Joe Rogan. He basically said, yeah, the U.S. government came to us and they were screaming at my employees to remove COVID information. The exact Zuckerberg, yeah, him. I don't know where I saw it, but I remember seeing Joe Rogan and Zuckerberg sitting down together, and he said this. I don't know when, I don't know where. Let me see if I can, but
BBC has
Joe Rogan, Mark Zuckerberg, full interview. I don't know if he even can. Full interview. Yeah, it was one he did 8 months ago. It was 2,255. Oh, right here. Mark Zuckerberg on ending fact-checking on being pressured by Biden administration. That's what it was. That's what it was. It was this. I'll put the video link. Oh, fuck, I'll do more than that. I'll just play it.
the Joe Rogan.
How many people use it on a daily basis? Forget about how many overall. Like, how many people use it regularly?
It's 3.2 billion people use one of our services every day.
That's
it's wild.
more than a third of the planet.
Basically, just like started investigating, coming after our company. It was brutal. It was all these different agencies and branches of government basically just like started investigating, coming after our company. It was brutal. It was brutal.
Wow. Yeah. It's just a massive overstepping.
Yeah,
and,
well,
and
I mean,
also,
I think it'll...
you weren't killing people. This is the thing about all of this. It's like
I don't know. It's somewhere in here, but I saw in this one episode. It might not be this video particularly. I will drop the link in the stream. If I can even get to the damn stream chat, fuck. Control room, here we go. I can get in here from here. If you go to that link right there, that is the particular one. It's there. But it's probably in his full interview. But I remember him saying that the government was coming to him repeatedly to stop posting the correct information and, you know, fact-checking information about COVID. They didn't want people to know fact-checking information on Facebook. Why? Who the fuck knows? But I don't think Mark Zuckerberg would lie 4 or 5 years later, you know, after COVID. It'd be kind of weird, you know? You know, COVID hasn't been that long ago. I keep forgetting it was only a few years ago that it ended. But it feels like it's been forever. That's not what you said before, though. What did you mean? It may have been the way I said it. But basically, the government was hounding Facebook into shutting the fuck up and not putting the correct information out. They didn't want the fact check information. That's how he explained it. I'm not sure the specifics of how I may have said it, though. It was that was almost a few years ago. It feels long ago. It feels so long ago that I did my Such Bullshit podcast. Even though I'm almost 40 some episodes in, but there's so much stupid shit that I couldn't bring myself. I couldn't bring myself to do one fucking bullshit podcast when there's so much dumb fucking crap going on. You got Kimmel fucking going off the rails. I don't even want to see the rest of what the fuck he said. I noticed there was no laugh tracks on any of it. I watched a few of the Got the Receipts YouTube channel, their recent videos. They're perfect, you know? A nice common example. I saw one black kid on her channel that for a solid minute spoke. And I had so many what the fucks running on my face where I was just like, what the fuck are you getting your information from, dude? And it blew my fucking mind. Y'all need to see this guy. This guy, he weirded even me out, you know? He weirded me out. Hold on.
Press.
Hold on a second. Fucking gnat, man. So I can get these up. If I can find this dude, I will fucking laugh. Alright, let me see.
ABC.
Alright, guys.
Assassination at the
Yeah, we're not listening to that. That's way too much. Way too fucking much. And this is why I don't leave drinks out anymore. Now I have, gnats. I only left one drink out. It's fucking wild. But it's not gonna bother me tonight. I don't give a fuck. Why is this not gonna let me add anything? Well, that would have been horrible to put up on stream. That would have been bad. Apparently there's a, That's no good. I have two of them right now. Why do I do? I don't know. This might be the video. I don't know. This might be, it might not be. I don't...
ABC has suspended Jimmy Kimmel's late night show indefinitely.
ABC is pulling Jimmy Kimmel Live indefinitely.
Kimmel was going nuclear over this. He's furious.
This is just despicable, disgusting.
How can y'all cancel Jimmy Kimmel? I gotta leave this country.
The folks who are complaining about
This guy right here broke my fucking brain with how stupid he was. If I can get the original clip of him ranting out of here. If y'all can last 1 minute without going, what the fuck is this guy talking about? I'll be impressed, alright? I'm gonna play the whole thing.
Kimmel, they're trying to cancel Jimmy Kimmel. I'm sure you've heard the news by now. But I've been going through the internet looking for the clips to see what they're mad or upset about, and I can't find it. These are I can't find it. The one that they have on there, I don't see where that's even controversial. The guy's a comedian. This is the same party, the same group of people who complained about everything is too woke. Comedians can't say anything anymore. They're killing comedy. The folks who are complaining about killing comedy are killing comedy. The folks who are complaining about canceling people are canceling people. What does that tell you? That they don't believe in anything that they're saying, that they've said, that they have no core. All it is if it doesn't fit their particular ideology or belief, then they don't want to hear it. And that's the moment that we're in now. This is a very dangerous and scary moment for America. This should send a chill or a shiver up every American spine, regardless if they're Democrat or Republican.
Okay, so South Park has been canceled numerous fucking times and have been on delays. Not because, you know, I could say the company that they're pissing off right now, but because they're controversial. Rick and Morty, controversial. It's almost been canceled a few times. There's plenty of comedy shows and anime and shit that has been canceled for being too gory, too messy, too political, too racy. You know, the list can go on. You know, I could sit here and say, redo of Healer. Why can't we have a season 2 of that? That's an amazing show. Unfortunately, it's too sensitive and would get canceled. And it's not allowed or acceptable. So, when something like South Park, you know, say, gets canceled, what happens here? So this guy gets to say XYZ, like it doesn't happen to the other side? Oh, this is bad. When leftist comedian that's not funny makes a joke, haha, I'm joking about death. Hey guys, I think it's funny. I think it's funny, guys. I think it's really funny that a friend of mine died. Oh, I think it's really funny that some random person I don't know died. I think it's really funny. A person I've never met died. Hey, I think it's funny that the president died. Oh, hey, I think it's funny that my mother died. Oh, hey, I think it's funny that my father died. Oh, hey, I think it's funny that my... You see where I'm going with this? There's no joke to death. There's a joke in comedy. Jimmy Kimmel did not say a fucking joke. I wasn't laughing. His ratings sucked. Just in general. No one... The last time that Jimmy Kimmel was ever relevant, I'm going to tell you the last time he ever was. And this is the only time he got his relevancy back. It's when he was on Trailer Park Boys. The Canadian Three Stooges equivalent of today. Which, by the way, Trailer Park Boys is coming back for season 13 in April of next year. That I can't fucking wait for. I hope that shit is as woke as possible. Because it's being written by the three of them. It does not have an additional writer. If the producers fuck that up, I will go down to Canada personally and beat the shit out of them. I'm saying that right now, uncensored. I will go to Canada and beat the fuck out of the producers if they get in their way. Let them write. They're geniuses. If they can mock Canada, they can mock the US, they can do it right. Okay? But that was the last time Jimmy Kimmel was relevant. I can bet you he's going to go right to them during their whole fucking thing. Like, hey, guys, you helped boost my ratings before. Can you help me out? This time, they're going to say, fuck off. I know them well enough. Rob Wells will just basically say, dude, go the fuck away. We got better things to do. That's what's going to happen. And then Bethesda. Bethesda fucks up too. How do you fuck up not saying shit? Why we gotta make a joke about fascism? You are someone who enjoys getting upset like this? Like this is you? I mean, I don't enjoy getting upset like this. Nobody would. I just find it mildly annoying that you can't even play a video game now. You can't watch a video game, or you can't play a video game. You can't watch a trailer for a game without a company shoving its fucking political dick down your throat. You got people that are launching boycotts against Xbox 360. Microsoft had to make a fucking apology. Microsoft had to make an apology for their bad employees. Okay, I want you to know what Microsoft did to piss me off. It wasn't all the bullshit, that they've done over the years. I could name hundreds of things. Like, for example, Windows 8. That was fucking diabolical, that layout. Windows 8, they can just, whoever was the designer for Windows 8, just kick them off the fucking platform. Tell them to go get a job somewhere else. This is Maris' outlet for his grievances. Yes. Yes, this is. This is my fucking grievance today. If it's not bullshit where I'm being friendly, this is my grievance when I'm done with fucking people being an obnoxious fucking asshole. This fucking fly's pissing me off too. Good, agreed. Windows 8 was bullshit. No, it was fucking horrible. It's basically Windows for seniors. That's an actual operating system, by the way. Look that up. Windows for seniors. It was even worse than Windows 8. How do you fucking make Windows 8 look worse? Revive it. You know what I do for my whole computer? I download, it's a program, you can look it up online if you have Windows 10 and you're tired of the layout. Look online for a program on Google called Classic Shell. Download it, you will thank me later. You can change the layout of your whole fucking PC to Windows fucking 7. And it'll still run like 10. Do it, trust me. You get the old Cascade Bard back. You get fucking rid of Cortana and all that stupid bullshit that's packaged in the Bonzi, buddy. Just do it. All you go do it real quick. Just go on Google right now. Type in fucking Classic Shell. You will thank me later. You'll thank me forever. If you haven't already. So I uninstalled it and forgot about it. Go reinstall it. It's a good program. And these fucking flies are about... This one fly is about to fucking die. If I punch my monitor to kill it, I fucking will. Because I'm this annoyed today. These fucking libbies. This fucking libby is an embarrassment. And this one, I need to know if she's genuine, real, or what. This one right here irks me a little bit too. This leftist. I don't understand. What's going on in here? You got worried when I saw your thumbnail. Oh, is that... I don't worry about it. It's not the end. I'm just annoyed. I'm just annoyed with a lot of personal shit going on. Family. And the bullshit. There's just too much bullshit to go over at once. But this is another leftist I want to look at. Another fucking whack job that... Who even are you?
Comedian. He's a fucking comedian. You're supposed to be able to say whatever you want. How can y'all...
You can say whatever you want as a comedian, but it has to be funny, and not every joke is without a consequence. You cannot say a joke at someone else's expense without paying for it. Just like buying a joke. You can't... If you buy a joke, is it really your joke? I mean... Why look into her, though? What can you change about it? I can read into what they may be thinking by doing this outlet of rage, and it doesn't even feel... This one doesn't feel genuine. Let me just continue playing. Let me play it all the way through.
I'll cancel Jimmy Kimmel. I gotta leave this country. What in the fuck is going on? Who cares? I don't care. I don't know what he said. I don't care what he said. He is a comedian. He is a comedian. So y'all gonna take...
If you don't care, why do you watch him?
Anything he said serious enough to where ABC cancels Jimmy Kimmel.
I love how...
Who are you again? Who are you again? How does it benefit me? How does it benefit me? At this point, it doesn't. I just want to know, what's the fucking mindset? What goes on?
Liberals are finally realizing that comedians can be canceled. You guys are about 9 years too late, but I guess it's the thought that counts.
Free speech. Tonight, we are seeing the FCC chairman explicitly threatening a company over speech that they don't like. You're good with it or not?
Well, I mean, Jimmy Kimmel's still free to speak. He just isn't necessarily free to do it on ABC, which obviously made a business decision. I see everybody rushing to blame the administration for this tonight. But you had Nexstar, which owns a bunch of ABC affiliates, and Sinclair Group, which owns a bunch of ABC affiliates, saying they were mad about what he did. I'm sure it generated massive numbers of viewer complaints into the affiliates. A smart TV person said the only thing you can't do in TV is piss off the affiliates, and I think that's what they did.
So then why did Brendan Carr have to say, we can do this the easy way or we can do this the hard way? And then he went on to say...
It's called he got fucking fired! Like, is this bitch retarded? Are you fucking stupid? Like, oh my fuck. It's like... Okay, I want you all to picture this. I want you all to picture this. Do it slowly but surely. Give it some thought. Think about it real hard. And try to process it as best as you can. Imagine if 9/11 happened, the equivalent of 9/11 happened again, and happens next week, the day of the shutdown. I'm not calling that's going to happen. I hope it don't. But let's say during the government shutdown, we get another 9/11. Do you think comedians are going to joke about that? How many comedians do you think are going to joke about that within the first week? 0. 0. This bitch is fucking retarded. She doesn't know comedy. She doesn't know entertainment. She's just a newscaster without a brain. Did all that work to look into the background of the fucking CEO running the whole shit show, but doesn't have a goddamn clue of the entertainment business. Holy fucking shit.
Very, very real intention, right? Where will he get picked up instead? If Kimmel parts ways with ABC...
The benefit I get, as I probably already explained, Amish, is I want to figure out what is causing people to act like this. And what is their mindset? I'd like to understand the mindset of insane people, so I can learn to avoid them. And then also tell them the critical thinking they need to start paying attention to. So, I don't want to say it's more like correcting people, but it's more like saying, this is why XYZ I don't talk to this person. I mean, let them. They think I'm insane, let them think I'm insane.
And again, Bill, correct me if I'm wrong, I think Kimmel's contract is coming due soon. Kimmel will probably end up somewhere else. And if big, old-fashioned, mainstream media companies don't have the guts to employ these people, then we're going to see startups start to flourish. You know, we talk about the Substack era with people launching newsletters and live shows.
Bro, he's not going to flourish. You know what's going to happen to somebody like Jimmy Kimmel? Okay, look. I'm going to guess his entire career for the next 5 years. Ready? Y'all ready? He's going to debate in the next few months to start a radio show of his own. Just a radio show, not a, not a video show like he was doing. Not the Jimmy Kimmel show. That shit's done. He's going to start a radio show. Or he's going to start a YouTube channel that's not going to do well. But he won't start it in the first few months. He's going to wait 6 months, maybe 4 months, 5 months for all this to die down, to where he'll get at least some positive viewers that are coming in to listen to him have his fucking jokes and say. But I don't see his career taking off in any direction. I see him probably partaking in a couple movie positions, being in a few movies, like some, not even B movies. Less than that, like maybe like a Bad Santa 7 or some shit, I don't know, and just be in that, you know, be a talker in Scream 13 or whatever. How many? I don't know how many fucking Scream movies there are, but he's not even gonna be in good movies. He's just gonna be there for a quick money ticket and hopefully try to rebuild his career from scratch, because you don't come back from making a joke about somebody dying. You know, Randy Marsh says the N-word on the Wheel of Fortune? It's almost the equivalent of that, but, like, they're dead. You can say the hard R to a black person and still be alive. Unless they kill you for it. That's another story, but we're not going to get into that. But if you're already dead, how the fuck is it right to make a joke? I've never made a joke at somebody's death. I'm not capable of doing that. I can't laugh at it. I can't agree at it. I never have. I don't know how anyone could. I don't even know how the fuck Billy Mitchell did. That guy's a fucking asshole. With no moral values. I think he says he's a Christian. He's always got that American flag on. He's like, oh, I'm for freedom and all that. No, you're not. That might as well be a fucking communist flag that he wears on his tie. I don't know. That guy's a fucking whack job, too. Oh, they all are. They're all fucking idiots. Every fucking one of them.
Easier to access.
Apparently, the Daily Mail is reporting that Kimmel was going nuclear over this. He's furious, Raymond. He's PO'd over the decision to suspend him, and now he's not taking it lightly, and this is the last straw for Jimmy.
That's it? That's all he had to say? Why? Who cares about you anymore, dude? I haven't even watched Jimmy Kimmel's show since, like, 2007. It's been years. Who are you again? I have better shot of asking Dan Green for all of his original... Or no, not Dan Green. Tom Green. Does anybody remember fucking Tom Green? The Tom Green Show. The original one. Before he deleted all the episodes getting rated by 4chan. The original ones that were good. Where it had people calling in and just basically spamming the hard R and voice chat. Just being assholes. That was good. That was basically the equivalent of Ghost True Capitalist Radio. Melting pot of friendship. But, you know, you can't have good memes at any expense. You can't have fun anymore. Fun is dead. Culture's dead. You know, the South Park episode where woke is dead. That's pretty fucking accurate right now. It just is. It's not about being able to tell a joke. It's about people not knowing how to fucking tell a joke about people that are dead because you don't. You just fucking don't. Raise the hands. How many people listening? How many fucking times have you ever tried to tell a joke about someone dying? Give me a good way to tell a joke about someone dying. Anybody. Give me a joke. Hey, nice of you to fall to your death, eh, Luigi? That's the best I got. I don't know. Like, how the fuck could anyone be that much of a scumbag? Like, sure, I hate people enough. I really do. I've been compared to a fucking school shooter once. With zero context. By some fat fucking blob who I threatened to sue. Which I did have a fucking paper for. Which I don't give a fuck. I mean, there's a lot of jokes about people praising the guy who killed Hitler. They were saying we should build statues of that guy. You know, everyone always said there's somebody that killed Hitler. Didn't he take a fucking cyanide pill? You know? You always hear about it in certain movies. He took a cyanide pill, you know? There's no person that killed Hitler. In Family Guy, you know, there's that one scene where him and his girl at the time were like joking about taking the cyanide pills. No, you're supposed to take it first. You know, I always just assumed that, like, I could never trust what actually killed that guy. I honestly don't think he, you know, I'm one of those people that think Adolf Hitler never died. I think he got away. I don't think the media truly covered, but I don't think the U.S. government really knows what happens. Neither does the Germans. I don't think they know. I don't think we truly actually know if he's alive or not. I don't think he actually died. I think he got away and died a few years later of just old age. So building a statue of the guy that killed him is literally just building a statue. Let me ask you this, Warfare. Is it the same if he actually did take a cyanide pill? What if they build a statue of the cyanide pill? You know, St. Peter is waiting. Judge him. They stand in silence when Hitler breaks in. St. Peter, where am I? Hail Hitler, he responds. Yeah, hi Hitler, but where am I? Damn. I don't know what to do with this fucking world, man. And our government shutdown happens next week. You know what Sam Hyde said on Twitter? He said in 2 weeks from now, and this is right after Kirk passed, it's already been a week. He said in 2 weeks, we're all fucked. The government shutdown's next week. What's gonna happen? What is actually gonna fucking happen? Because I'm fucking scared shitless of what's gonna happen next week. I'm afraid to go to work next week. See the humor in the thing. Yeah, I see it. I can't be in the laughing mood right now. I'm trying to be, but it's just like life is too precious to succumb to hatred. But when it is that precious, you can't make a joke about it. It's like, this is not something you should ever joke about, and nobody ever would. Joking about a miscarriage. You don't joke about miscarriage. Now, you know, there's sometimes, you know, I've heard of guys getting entrapped and forced to have a kid. And they basically turn around and say, well, you entrapped me, you know, we agreed that you wouldn't let, you know, have one and all this. And you lied about being on birth control and all that. You know, they lie, and sometimes women sometimes lie and say they were raped in order to put the guy in jail because they don't like him, because they were cheating. You know, that happens a lot. You hear a lot about it. I'm not saying that as some sexist or whatever. I'm not even that. It's more like the entrapment, just in general, is kind of a disgusting thing. Okay, and the guys will always privately say, you'll never hear him say it, I hope there's a miscarriage. Because I never agreed to this. It's this entrapment. I thought the whole concept of having a child between two consenting adults is for it to be consensual. You don't bring a life into the world without telling the other. Like, it's a responsibility on both, not just you, and that's selfishness in itself. And then to be that one woman that turns on, oh, I'm going to have it, and they're going to be paying my child support, and I'm not going to work anymore. I can't stand those people. I didn't say women. Notice how I didn't say women. I can't stand those kind of people. Because they don't want to take care of themselves. My mother has not worked in 28 years. And is afraid she's never going to get a Social Security check. She's afraid Donald Trump will take away Social Security. And I ask everyone. I ask myself all the time. And I just got done asking a good friend of mine. Why would Donald Trump get rid of Social Security if literally every one of his supporters are a bunch of old rich fucks? The elite ones in his close circle. They're old fucks just like him that are on it. Hello? You know, they're not going to get rid of it. They might take away the amount you get or lower it. Sure, I mean, they could do that. They can regulate what they're giving up because it's fucking government-spent money. And what, unfortunately, most liberals don't understand is the economic value of money when it's given away for free has to come from somewhere. Money doesn't grow on a fucking tree. It has to come through fucking cutting back on a lot of things that we don't want to cut back on. For example, fucking working class right now, the people slaving away at Amazon jobs, and I agree with everything Sam Hyde said. Every single thing, if you look up Sam Hyde right now, that he said about these crazy leftists, that they shouldn't be anywhere to putting a needle in your arm, they shouldn't be giving you food, they shouldn't be a food server, they shouldn't be a doctor, they shouldn't be anywhere near medical equipment, they shouldn't be anywhere near guns. They're a danger. He's not wrong. I don't trust my mother to feed me if I ask. Or like if she, offers dinner or whatever. I'd never trust my mother. I wouldn't. I feel like my mother would actually try to kill me. She's tried to kill me once. Believe it or not. Life is too precious to succumb to hate. No. I just disagree. Sometimes I disagree. But it's more like it doesn't, life is too precious to succumb to hate. It should be more of along the lines of life is too precious to succumb to boredom. Because boredom creates hate. These bored, quiet, leftist women, they're lonely, they're old, their pussy's sagging, okay? They're fat, ugly, they feel secluded. They start dyeing their hair, they put nose rings on to feel mentally disabled. They start putting the signs on themselves. You start seeing it slowly, and they become decrepit, they become fugly, they become mad, they can become raving, and then it's one way or the fucking highway. They become Shaniquas, they become Karens. Men, the gay men, become fucking Andys, and they start thinking that they're the fucking king of the fucking world, and that nothing can stop them. But then when reality, a dose of it fucking hits, or the police get involved because they do something fucking dumb, they think they're above the police, they're above the fucking law, and then they get the shit kicked out of them, and then they end up on TikTok getting laughed at. With a bunch of memes. How often has that happened? Oh, side note, I have one more person I want to complain about. Boogie on YouTube. You're a fat fucking piece of shit, dog shit, fucking licking asshole, suck my balls. Thank you, that's all I have to say. Go shoot up another church. You fucking whack job. Fuck you, ugly. I'm glad your previous wife divorced your ass. That's one person I fucking hate. Decided to fucking make a video harassing me. He didn't even know who the fuck I was or why I was even being targeted in the first place. Fuck you, you fat, disgusting blob. Suck my dick. And when I reached out to you on email, you never responded to me because you thought you were big shit. Fucking fat fucking piece of dog shit. Fucking asshole. What a fucking piece of shit mook that is. Fucking mookamola fuck. Mind you, I'm Italian, so I say a lot of Italian swears. We'll say wop and all that. I can get... The fucked up thing is, because of my racial background, I have 1% black in me. Italian, Jewish, white, obviously. So, because of that, I can make fun of just about every race, and it'd be acceptable, with the exception of Native American and Eskimo. He touched your pasta. He touched pasta. Get the fuck out of here, fly. Y'all see them fuckers flying around as I'm sitting here doing this? See, I'm just annoyed. Water leak. This fucking apartment. It's fucking bullshit. It's fucking bullshit is what it is. These fucking piece of shit assholes. Every fucking one of them. They're fucking fake. Every YouTuber on YouTube is fucking fake. They'll buy... As soon as they get views on their fucking channel with ad revenue, you know what they do? They go out on these YouTube websites. They have bots. They generate bots to make YouTube accounts and Google Plus accounts. They used to make Plus accounts, but now it's just Google accounts, right? They make accounts, and they subscribe to your YouTube channel for you. So you're basically buying subscribers, you're buying views, you're buying fucking notification bells and all that. You can even buy fake generated AI comments. You can just tell them, I want you to talk about X, Y, Z, and this, and that. You can tell them what topics to talk about in AI, and it'll fucking random generate a bunch of bullshit comments. Remember that fat fucking blob, Robert Santellan. His name is Tipster. A Keemstar was calling a pedophile. That guy's a fucking creep. That guy's an obsessed creep. Yeah, a fucking freakazoid I've ever fucking met. Regret ever meeting. Get the fuck out of my camera. Fucking water leak. Why not Eskimo? Eskimo. I don't know. Aren't they a different race from Native American or Estonian or whatever? I'm not sure what their comparison would be, but It's like kind of like saying, oh, well, they're a different race from people that are Hawaiian, you know? Like, what's the race of a Hawaiian person? What's the race of, you know, XYZ foreign country? Can we say all white all people in Denmark are white? How many white people do you know in Denmark, the whole country? Sure, why not? But are they all really white? Are they all genetically down to the DNA white? How do Eskimos get into their igloos? They just walk right into the... Oh my god, that's horrible. That's fucking horrible and rich at the same time. I can't even make that funny. You made that funny. See? That is how you make a joke. That is still woke and still funny. But you know what? A leftist wouldn't get that. The leftist wouldn't even laugh at that. That cracked a smile for me and it gave me a giggle, man. That worked. My cat is doing something bad and I think he's killing bugs or something. I don't know. Fuck's sakes. What are you doing, bud? You still over here? He's doing something. Hey. Hey, he's killing another thing. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. I don't know. I'm trying to think of any other YouTuber that's ever pissed me off to the point where I actually wanted to fucking deck him in the face. I had a bad interaction with James Rolfe once. Angry Video Game Nerd. Angry Video Game Nerd. I met him in person once. Yeah. My first interaction with him was really bad. My second one was kind of like, eh. And then he joined Screenwave and I ran him into again. I just went off on him. When he stopped writing his own content, I went off on him at a convention. I said, dude, you're fucking fake as shit. And I just threw, I threw some of his content right at his face. I said, fuck yourself, dude. Get the fuck out of Jersey. I walked away from him. I don't care if he has kids. He's a fucking asshole. Guy stopped writing his content. He had a $100,000 idea for a YouTube channel. Almost $1 million idea. And he fucking blew it to basically give up on it. And then he threw out fucking Mike Matei. Which, even though Mike Matei was a fucking asshole too, he wrote The Racist Bandito, who the fuck cares? The guy was fucking hilarious, wrote your title cards, and helped write and get a guy to write your fucking song and do your music. Yeah, fucked him over on his... Thank you. Thank you, that was my point. He was cool before all of it happened, and then he just became a cuck. He became a cuck. James Rolfe is a fucking cuck. When Sam Hyde reached out to him, if you ever look this up on YouTube, this is probably Sam Hyde's best work that he's ever done. Look up An Inconvenient Anime. He goes to SakuraCon and just trolls the fuck out of everyone there, and in it, he puts one little side remark about James Rolfe. About how he's a scammer and a fraud. Yeah. Streaming is reaching 100 minutes. Might want to end it soon. Oh no. Oh dear. What's going to happen at the 100-minute mark? Am I going to get fucking canceled? Am I going to get fucking canceled? Oh no. I want to get fucking canceled. Because I'm being too offensive. Yeah, you're running out of minutes. Oh man, it's going to be the end of the world. You know what's going to be the end of the world in about a minute? You know what's going to be the end of the world in about a minute? I'm going to hang with... No, I'm not going to be that fucking stupid. Look, and this isn't like some fucking suicide thing. Like, the whole thing is, I just wanted to say is, this world is fucked. Half y'all are fucking annoying me. Society is fucking obnoxious. Needs to calm the fuck down and smoke more fucking weed or something. Smoke a bag or some shit. A pound. Something. Go smoke some Mike Tyson weed. I've already smoked a couple with him. That guy's chill as fuck. Mike Tyson's awesome. If you've ever met Mike Tyson in person, arm wrestled him, I've smoked with him. He's the fucking chillest dude on the planet. But look, Y'all gotta chill. I can't make that many such bullshit podcasts in a day.